That's the jam right there.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi. Hi. Excuse me. Down, please. Carry on. Carry on. Out. Come on. Woo! Oh, you did not set us up.
I did. I was trying to do
Look at this.
I was doing trade scenarios.
Trade scenarios?
Yes.
Alright, those are good too.
It's a weird one.
Not looking good.
Are we doing Super World Cup?
It's still a World Cup, right?
It is.
It is, alright.
France is coming off that dub.
Yeah,
Keep the store open.
no, we can shut it. When you're ready to go live, we can.
Don't have to start it.
No? What?
That's what I'm talking about.
I got you. Start with some quiet, and then we'll get all that.
We're good.
Alright, Chuckie, maybe you're right. Maybe you give us a. Yeah. Shout out to Chuckie Buckets. Alright.
Oh, we can talk.
Bro, it'll get there. And live. What's good?
Yo,
Welcome
yo.
to another FIFA Sessions here at Rose City Sports Talk. Bryce, Trost, Anwar, Jones.
Keep it in me up.
Yeah. And Chuckie Buckets keeping us sounding proper on the levels as well as providing the score. Check them out. SoundCloud.com/Chuckie Buckets PDX. Buckets has got like an array of slaps.
Chuckie, if we
Yeah.
Chuckie.
And you just want to get through some right off the top. You want to get through some catchphrases and some like.
First we Chuckie.
Yeah.
Then we Bucky.
Okay. He likes that. What else we got for Chuckie? He needs the beat tag. You're gonna be the beat tag.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these are good.
What's the other one?
It's first he did the first
First
Chuckie.
Chuckie.
Yeah.
Then
That's
Bucky.
like your go-to. But
Chuckie.
there's one that finds its way randomly into each
It
episode
depends
while
on the
I'm
beat.
talking.
It depends on the beat.
And he ends up singing it,
That's the
and
thing.
I'm like,
That's the thing
yo,
about it.
what is going on?
I
right now?
tailor my ad libs to
Okay.
beat.
So artists and
Whatever
rappers,
the-
you hear
whatever
that?
the
He
spirit gives
tailors it to your sound. So
Yeah.
if you need some energy on the track, one, hit up Chuckie Buckets, and two, just expect Anwar Jones to roll along with him and be like, yo, this you didn't know this, but this is now your hype man.
Forget Maybach music.
Yeah.
Chuckie Buck. You know, like you hear that in the beginning, it's gonna be dope.
I like it. What are you sipping on tonight?
Oh, of course I'm sipping on gigantic.
Gigantic.
The classic IPA.
You like the local stuff? I like the semi-local stuff. I'm sipping on Dad's root beer. Check that shit out. See, where you don't care about the free case of drink. I would love a free case of Dad's root beer.
I don't think I've
You just
ever-
want your T-shirt.
I really don't think I've ever. Yeah, I want my T-shirt, my gigantic hazy IPA T-shirt. That's the one I want.
He's been talking about this for like 2
but
months now.
I've never had Dad's root beer.
Dad's root beer is good. It's that good stuff.
It's that good.
Yeah. I don't know necessarily why I'm drinking it after having sipped on some top shelf tequila, but it's what ended up in front of me. So
you know what else is a little? I'm hijacking. Oh my god.
yeah, I didn't mean to do
I'm
that.
hijacking your little lineup.
Figure that down.
what's odd to me, well, it's not really odd to me. I had this in one of the trade scenarios, but it was for the Lakers getting Kawhi and using Toronto.
Wait, we're
going into Weezyland. I'm hijacking. I'm hijacking this shit.
so
Yeah.
this
Going
shit-
into Weezyland.
pre-production out the window.
It's a Weezyland alert.
Well, all of a sudden we're in Weezyland. Fuck the topics we decided we're gonna chat on. Let's start with Kawhi. What's good?
Yeah, because
We're in Weezyland all
well,
of
like I
a
was
sudden.
saying, I was doing all these different trade scenarios to get Kawhi over to the Lakers, and I thought Lonzo Ball would be a good pick for Toronto. You know, you take LeBron over there to Canada, he'd run shit. You know,
Yeah.
he'd be the lone star up in there. You know, could push tickets or whatnot, do whatever, and he has talent. You get San Antonio with DeMar DeRozan, and you get somebody who can be an all-star, and you can play. You can still compete for like a championship or compete for the playoffs and whatnot. So I think he'd be a good fit there. So for long, I was trying to do three-way deals, getting this shit to happen. When now it's saying that the odds-on favorite to get Kawhi is actually Toronto. So
to land Kawhi
to land Kawhi
via trade or free agency. Are we waiting?
Via trade? No, via trade.
So it's still gonna
So
happen.
they're going to take a risk in getting him, and hopefully they're better than what they would be if they had
All right,
just
lay it out.
DeMar DeRozan.
Lay it out.
So there's a couple scenarios there that you would do. I would think if I'm San Antonio, I'm trying to get off. What bad contract do you want to get off? So is it going to be the Pau Gasol deal or the Patty Mills deal? With them getting rid of Tony Parker, you probably think they want to keep Patty Mills in the fray.
Shout out to Patty Mills.
So,
Blazers, Rip City, goes on
Blazers,
to San Antonio, wins himself a ring.
Yeah,
I like
he
it.
did.
I like it.
So
I like
and he showed out in that series.
He did.
So he was
Came off the bench and played ball.
Yeah, he got money in that series.
Again, shout out to Patty Mills.
But
Share that shit, Patty.
But yeah, so Patty Mills. So
Again, ad libs
yeah,
for
so-
anybody. We got you. Hit us up, Blazers.
But you could do like a switch where it'd be looking at maybe DeMar DeRozan and OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
And maybe Valanciunas for Kawhi.
You're crazy.
Patty Mills or homeboy Danny Green. I say you put Danny Green in that deal, and you do either Patty Mills or Pau Gasol. Who you say no if you're Toronto?
No, if you're Toronto, you're gonna do what you can, but I don't see how that interest. San Antonio, you know they're not gonna play ball unless it's appetizing.
They're not getting involved in the deal. I was always trying to get them in a three-way deal. This is just straight Toronto and San Antonio, and you get in. I mean, if you do a straight up deal,
Look at this dude! I'm turning down the volume on the TV. Oh my god! This is straight up.
We reset it.
Typical Soul Jones. I'm over here doing things like working on props on the set, and he's like, "I'm gonna score a goal real quick." That's how it works. That's how I lost the last series too. There was some fuckery. There was some fuckery.
Oh my goodness!
Check it out if you didn't already know. FIFA Sessions is a live sports and gaming talk show. If you didn't already know, there's a live game feed, which is also like a behind-the-scenes feed over at Instagram. Slide over at Rose City Sports Talk 503. Usually Chuckie Buckets is dialed in on his cell, so he could like respond to you if you're talking to some shit, or if you're an artist and you want to slide in to the show and play some beats. You know, we're down to entertain it. I mean, Anwar is definitely gonna let you know if it doesn't slap right. Yeah, he's a critical guy. That's why Chuckie Bucket's getting like the nod from Soul Jones over here. It's like a big deal. And then all of a sudden, now he has an endless supply of beat tags. You know?
First you Chuckie, then you.
Anyways, slide over to Instagram.
I have the deal. The best deal is right here.
The better deal. Give me the second option for week.
The easiest one to do: Kawhi Leonard and Patty Mills for DeMar DeRozan, OG Anunoby. That's the deal. They get two wings. You get a scoring wing, and you get somebody. and OG Anunoby, if you can get him to develop a 3-point shot similar to Kawhi, you basically got your replacement, and then you get a score. So you're making out. And if you're Toronto, you know you can't really recycle what you've done the last 3-4 years. You can't run that back. It's a proven failure. So if you trade for Kawhi and he ends up leaving, then you did just shed $27 million off the cap there with getting rid of DeMar DeRozan's contract. So you try again, you go in free agency.
Come on now. You were scared.
You try to rebuild. You try to rebuild from there. And what's the name? Lowry would be off the books there. So you just have a clean slate. And
I mean, honestly, the city needs it. There's so much stigma with the current goal. Come on, goal.
Damn. But you never know. Kawhi goes over there, he can lead them to a finals. It's wide open.
That city is also like, he might go over there first, and I'm out of here in a year. But I mean,
there is a trial period.
People go there and they're like, oh shit, this is dope. A lot of the time, and
Toronto's a dope
the
city.
King of that shit. Yeah. Especially hang out with Drake a couple times.
Yeah.
Get Uncle Dennis in the mix for a party or two.
Uncle Dennis would like that.
Yeah.
Uncle Dennis might be trying to push him to.
Yeah.
Because that's where he gets his name out.
Uncle Dennis.
And then
is trying to sign to OVO.
You know what it is? OVO Sports.
Oh yeah.
You sign Kawhi. Rock Nation. They got his.
You don't sign Kawhi. You got to get Dennis on the books first. Then once you got Dennis, you got Kawhi.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because let's be honest, Uncle Dennis ain't going nowhere.
Then you run Canada. Canada.
With Drake.
Oh
man, here we are speaking positively about Drake again.
I didn't say anything positive about him.
I mean, you just said he ran Canada.
He's the only hip hop artist in Canada.
Is he?
Cardinal Official. Shout out to Cardinal Official. That's my guy.
All right.
And on Black Milk's Cal Troy, he dropped some gems on there.
Oh, don't do this.
Oh, he slayed that. But that's the.
I'll take option number
Kawhi,
2 for the Kawhi Weezy Land trade that you threw out there.
That's a great trade for San Antonio. If you're able to get an all-star and a prospect like Anunoby, you're good.
All right, so while we're playing it, we got to talk about it. If you didn't already know, we've been playing international Belgium versus France here on FIFA sessions, but this last weekend
I won the series too, by the way.
You did win the series.
And my
Game
pick,
7.
tell the people who my pick was.
I picked Belgium to go all the way, that is, in terms of winning the actual cup. You picked France, the second youngest squad
I did.
in the World Cup this year.
Because I'm a believer in Mbappe.
You are a believer, and
that's my guy.
And the boys turned it out. He's shown up in a big way. And
has he been the best player in the tournament? Other than probably Luka Modric is up there.
There you go. You already know that's my obvious pick. But in terms of the surprise, simply because the kid's 19 years old. 19 years old. That's crazy.
And think about this. It's you have two distinctive styles. You have the speed with Mbappe, and then you got Modric's whatever game. He's everywhere. So
yeah, I
don't know what position he plays.
Before France even had to think about Croatia, they had to get through Belgium, and Belgium was a juggernaut in terms of you really didn't know how to beat them, because even in a situation where you thought for sure they were beat, this team scores back to back against Japan. So, and then they end up beating basically the favorites, Brazil.
Yeah.
You really had to be worried.
I was disappointed.
So you had.
I was so confident though. Because this is why I was confident, because Brazil destroyed them with their speed. Brazil didn't capitalize. Now, France, they used that same speed with Mbappe, and he had from the opening tip, he was out. He was out there.
Here's what
I think his speed
my take is
overwhelmed them.
We talked about it. It was going to be speed versus a counter that we've seen basically get them to the semis. And Belgium's counter is a mean one. But not just Lukaku, De Bruyne was not even.
He made no impact.
And then when he tried to, it was horrible.
He did make some bad passes.
Oh, some bad passes.
They just looked
tired. They looked gassed.
Uncomfortable, man.
Well, to me, it looked gassed. You just beat Brazil. Man. You just beat Brazil. That took a lot.
Brazil should have won that game.
Oh, but at the same time,
if
That's a
Neymar,
goal.
like I'm
Come
a
on.
huge Neymar fan, but like I was even
How
pissed
are
off.
you a
But
Neymar fan?
I was
after
pissed off.
witnessing
I was
all
pissed
that
off by the
fuckery?
fuckery. I was pissed off because like, especially when he was in the box, like you got to be stronger than him.
Be
You got to
strong.
punch that in.
You can score. We
You
already
can't-
know you can
can't
dance on
dive,
anybody.
man. Can't
And you
dive
got
like
speed.
that. Especially when they're not giving you the call.
Here's the thing: you can't tell me you're not aware during the month plus long period that is the World Cup, where the social media was roasting you from the first group
Yeah.
match, where you were diving all over the place.
Yeah, man, just keep it pushing, man. You just
You
gotta
can't tell me
just
your
ball.
cam didn't be like, yo, bro.
Lay off of that
Yeah.
shit, man. Just play,
How
man.
about toughing through a one-on-one challenge rather than just immediately, not even just going down, but going down and crying to the referee every time.
The one I hated when he just clipped his heel against the defender in the box.
Oh, this is it
Instead
right
of-
here. That's the game.
Instead of just concentrating on
2-0.
scoring.
Instagram,
Like, just
check
th-
that out. Rose City Sports Talk 503 live game cam. Belgium redeeming myself over here. 2-0 up France.
This is like you win the World Cup and you put the little.
But did I not say whoever wins in this? I mean, in Croatia's a wild card, so we don't know really.
What's the
But
Premier League Cup game? The first game of the season.
the Shield.
Yeah, the Shield. This
Yeah.
is like
The
me
Shield.
winning the league and then you beating me in the Shield. Like who cares?
I care,
Preseason.
man. Manchester United cares.
I already won.
alright?
I already won the series.
But, you don't really do a Shield with international.
But what about
yeah, I got you,
Croatia?
I got
What
you.
about Croatia just taking?
They
They
took all.
took
They
it
took
to him in
every-
the second half, man.
Dude,
Like,
they
it was,
took everything England had in the first half, which, let's be honest,
Harry Kane.
should have been 3 goals. Should have not.
Oh.
Minimum.
Oh.
Whoa! What? This man.
It's all
this-
sides.
Yeah, karma. Oh my god. Go over to Instagram right now if you want to see
You
some
dropped the
fuckery.
ball. You dropped the
I'm,
ball.
I'm looking you dead in the face.
Look at you. I looked up and I just saw that. I was like, boom, I'm taking that. But then my man got in my way at my own shot.
Weird. I mean, it just.
I guess.
Yeah, you
I
didn't.
can't believe he got in the
You
way.
didn't deserve the goal, is what happened. But anyways, let's talk about the real football game. Croatia versus England was crazy because it felt like the entire first half, it was a wrap for Croatia. Especially after England, I mean, there is the saying, you know, don't score too early. And I literally, the entire time I was watching this, I just tried to ignore that. And then they started singing that stupid song that they're like, yo, we're not coming home. We're not coming home.
That's
well,
what they started singing? I didn't hear him sing
actually, you are empty-handed. And that's
They
what it
were
ended up
good,
being.
man. That team was good. Sterling had a pretty good game. He had some missed
Sterling
opportunities.
still has not scored.
He didn't score, though.
In
He had
England
opportunities.
international match in 24 or 25
Since 2015.
matches.
they said.
That's he didn't have a
crazy.
good match. He didn't have a good match.
No, but I thought
in my mind, you should.
I thought he opened up a lot of opportunities there for England in that
and
first
Kane
half.
never finished it.
Kane didn't finish it, and Kane should have dumped it off to him right there on the one that he missed. Not one, but 2 opportunities.
Right, boom,
to-
boom,
To
boom,
get
boom.
it in there. Like the fact that he missed both of those was just. I think that was a tipping point in that game. And Croatia was like, that's when you saw like, oh, we're out of this. They saw the mortality right there, and they kicked it in. And Modric just dominated the second half, just simply dominated. And they did. I can't believe that the second smallest country ever to be in the finals.
Yep. Second smallest country to be in the World Cup.
In the World Cup.
In the World Cup,
In the-
let alone the finals. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
They're the smallest team to be in the finals?
Smallest.
Population.
Yeah,
Smallest
population
country.
wise, yeah, ever. So think of this as the population of. They said the 5th largest city. Oh gosh, the
That was
5th
pretty.
largest city is the size of Tigard, Oregon. So like straight up a suburb. The 5th
That's
largest
dope.
city
That's dope.
is basically a tiny little suburb, and you got to know that Putin's pissed.
They deserve it.
Yeah, like this is one of the. There's not just the highlight of. I've been telling this man about Modric for like ever since
I used to play with
he
Real.
played with
I used to
Real
play
and
with
never use
Real.
him. Never use him. And I'm like, bro,
I have him on the wing,
you're not using him
but
right.
I put him up in the middle, and then I was like, oh, and I started just like dancing with him. He has like crazy handles, and then you see how savvy he is on the pitch, man. It's ridiculous. He just everything he just has a way of getting involved in every play.
So with that, knowing that against a crazy, fast, and youthful squad that is France, who do you have?
I got friends still.
Still,
I'm
you're
riding, of
still
course.
saying-
Why would I not?
I'm asking you because
Why would
now
I not?
you've seen the weapon that is Croatia.
But I've also seen the weapon that is Pogba, who's playing.
Listen.
Who's playing discipline.
We haven't even
He
talked.
cut off his hair.
You want to talk about discipline? Yo, Croatia has literally come from behind in every game they've been in. The first match of the knockout round, come from behind, score in extra
They
time.
give up early.
And then the last 2 games prior to this, they won in PKs.
They came back.
They won in PKs.
Let's say that the discipline. I'm saying Pogba is playing a disciplined style of ball.
Pogba is,
Pogba is
he also has
amazing.
Yeah.
He hasn't scored, but he's distributed.
Here's the thing.
Like perfect. Like
He's playing the way Jose Moreno wants him to play, and tries to tell him this is why I put you so far back, right? And he argues it.
no,
right?
that dude
We're talking Jose Moreno, the coach.
That dude
over
does not use Lukaku and Pogba
over at
Pogba
Manchester
right.
United.
You
yeah.
got 2 guys that have gone to the Final Four in the World Cup, and they've shined. And for some reason, at Man U, they're not the same player. So Jose is the one that's messing up.
We
Get
haven't
your guys
seen
in the right position.
Yo, we haven't seen these two.
Look at Lukaku during the World Cup. How dominant was he against Brazil without even scoring? How dominant was he in that game? Like he was amazing. And Pogba has just been running free, playing the style that he wants to play.
They'll let him do his thing.
And take him to the finals.
So
Tell your boy to get it right. That's all I'm saying. You're a big Man U fan. Tell he can't be saying anything. He needs to be taking notes. That's what he needs to do.
Jose Moreno needs to be taking notes.
Jose Moreno, whoever you are, you need to be taking notes. Take notes. Relax and take notes. You know, that's what you need to do. Because you obviously don't know how to use your 2 best players. And even at another name, Lingard. Lingard wasn't playing like this over there in Sanchez.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, player, you don't know what you're doing.
You came from Arsenal.
Like,
you traded my favorite player
who is this
currently
guy?
at
Who is this guy?
Mkhitaryan straight up for Sanchez.
Who is Moreno? Who is this guy? Is he accomplished?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He won. He won straight
Is he
up
Phil
trophies.
Jackson?
No, he.
Is that what he is?
Nobody's
Are they trying to run a triangle?
Nobody's a Phil Jackson in football. You know what I mean? Like,
He sounds like a Phil Jackson in football.
But
He sounds like he puts
he's
people in
highly
the box.
respected. He definitely won some silverware with Chelsea. That's in the box. Oh, you even
not highly-
because you knew it was
He's
the
not
box.
highly respected by me. I don't respect him.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can't. It's hard. It's hard, honestly. When you've grown up and having someone like Sir Alex Ferguson be your manager your entire life, fandom of this team, it's tough to be.
Yo, who's the English coach
anybody
teach?
else. That's a goal right here. Gotcha.
Who's the English
Oh
coach?
my God, they called offside.
Yeah, you should have.
Oh my God, they called offsides. Remember, this is a live
trying to
sports
get
and gaming
chinky.
talk show.
That's
Slide
what
over
that's
to
what they say.
Instagram
That's what they say in
at
England,
Road City
right?
Sports Talk
Trying to
503.
get janky.
Try to get janky? No.
What is
I'm
it?
trying to get buckets.
You trying to get Chuckie?
This is the slow one I was talking about. No!
Oh no! You were not supposed to go there.
Everybody needs to calm down.
Oh!
Reset.
I was supposed to tie that.
And while we reset, shout out one more time to Chuckie Buckets, who's providing tonight's score. You can find it over at soundcloud.com/Chuckie Buckets PDX. If you're an artist or producer and you've got some sounds you want to debut or even just feature here on Road City Sports Talk, hit us up. We'll let you know. It ain't a done deal. But hey, hit us up, we'll let you know. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta have standards, Chuck. We gotta have standards. Random camera that's grabbing candy.
Once you Chuckie, you don't go Bucky.
What? Wait, what? No, that's the. You want to hit the buckets if you going with Chuckie. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to sell. I'll foul him. I'll pick up that red card to stop this goal. I'm only a goal up right now. It's worth it. I'll take it. You know that. You taught me that, Anwar.
Oh my.
You taught me that. You taught me that.
Oh, I was about to.
You taught me to Detroit up my game. You're like, you know
Damn,
what?
that was about
Let's
to
take
be
it.
my
Let me show you how the bad boys did it, and then you'd hurt my star player every game.
You're sounding sensitive. You're sounding like somebody who
who
starts talking
sick
shit
transition.
about a 17-year-old.
I might be a little sensitive online, you know. But what does me and Kevin Durant, have in common? You know what I mean? Like, I definitely would respond in kind to a gentleman that tagged me consistently. But I gotta be honest. Oh my God.
If you're Durant, let's talk about him going to the Knicks because of Rich Kleiman, his connection and all that. And Kyrie may want to go to the Knicks.
Case of dads.
You get that. You get them coming in there. It's going to be a nice little tandem. Are you going to be able to handle the New York media if you can't handle a 17-year-old talking about
the only media he's had to deal with is small market OKC media. Winning a championship with a team that was already established media. So there's already a comfort zone. And then
rewind back a little bit to OKC because
small market.
The small market now they basically said they sheltered them over there.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even allowed to ask certain questions and stuff like that to them. They were on top of things. It's keeping that trio and then duo like sheltered as much as possible.
You're referring to Westbrook, Harden, and Durant.
Yes.
One of the greatest what ifs of all NBA time.
The first time he got criticized.
What's up, Chuckie? Chuckie, is that a ballerina or is that somebody hitting us up live on Instagram? Oh, okay. You're good. Chuckie is multitasking on the job. That's okay.
But like the first time Durant really got criticized.
Chuck's famous now.
Is when it's against the Memphis series.
Yeah.
When Westbrook got hurt and they called him Mr. Reliable. And you see how like they issued the paper issued an apology because he was obviously in his feelings after that. Fast forward.
Has Kevin Durant been in his feelings from day one?
No.
And we just weren't allowed to see it?
Yeah, maybe not. But like if you fast forward.
Was he always a sensitive boy?
Maybe, possibly. Because when you go, he got criticized by the media right then. Didn't really get criticized really after that because he was pretty much like the golden boy. He was the anti-LeBron.
He was
playing small market, was doing everything that we thought like a superstar should do. And we were always on his side, thinking that thinking that Russ needed to pass him the ball. He's playing a bad situation. Then he went to Golden State, and he got all this ridicule, and he hasn't handled it well. Yeah. Even though he's been a champion, even though he's been a two-time MVP, like he's still in his feelings. And about this little 17-year-old, we thought was 12. Like, you responded to a 12-year-old, dog? Like a 12-year-old? And then mocking him, like, yo, what do you think I'm gonna take advice from you or use you as motivation? Dog, you're clapping back at him. Yeah. And he had the best clap back, the 12-year-old. The 17-year-old had the best clap back. It's like, at least you didn't use your burner account. Mic drop. Mic drop. Like, he got you. He clapped you back.
Oh, it was the best part. It was the best part.
He had a paragraph. A paragraph.
Yeah.
He said, at least you use your...
Yeah.
Like, it took... Kevin Durant had to use all of the letters available. This kid responded in like 2 seconds. He couldn't even send a tweet. He had to DM him. He's like, I got something to say, man. This little junior in high school, shit, he's pissing me off, man. You know, like... No, he didn't even think he was a junior in high school. He thought this was a middle schooler, bro.
Yo, Kevin Durant, you want to talk about this 17-year-old?
Salty.
I'll talk to you.
At a middle schooler.
Let's debate with Kevin Durant.
We should tag him this episode. Hey, share this episode. Tag Kevin Durant. Let him know. We want to have a conversation.
T.I. style.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to go out like that?
That's
homeboy, I'm talking to you. Whoa. That's a
You can talk all you want to talk.
Go out and like, T.I. going to Luda. That was that off King?
Yeah.
That was King. Ooh,
Bill Simmons did say that he...
They talk about Curry because he a champion. They talk about Clay because he doing that damn thing.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah. But again, just it should never come from a champ, period.
I didn't know.
Oh!
Hold up. When did you score?
Just a second. When
did he score? Oh my goodness. He always calls out when he scores.
Yeah, I didn't do the read after I
Oh my
scored this last
goodness.
time. Slide
And
over
there's
to
like a
Rose
minute
City
left.
Sports Talk
You talk
503
about fuckery.
on Instagram.
You talk
where
about
you can check out the
fuckery.
live game cam feed. You can see my sweaty back.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, the lights are bright. It is warm in
The
here.
lights are bright, and you know what? The lights aren't bright over there in the Summer League. But when Kevin Knox gets into Madison Square Garden,
Oh, bro, hold on.
they are gonna love that dude, boy. Oh my goodness.
We might just.
He's gonna shut down MSG, man.
We're gonna take a break here on Rose City Sports Talk because one, I just beat Anwar's ass so badly. He's gonna get a little break to get toasty, maybe have a little sip from Gigantic Brewing. Check them out, giganticbrewing.com. And me, myself, and I'm gonna keep enjoying his dad.
It's a garbage.
But that's gonna do it here
on his
for
part.
this episode of FIFA Session.
The first time he's ever not called out a goal. He interrupts the show all the time for the little plug, and then he doesn't do it.
Check
because
out
he knows
past
he scored.
episodes of Rose City Sports Talk over at RoseCitySportsTalk.com. And if you haven't already on all that social media stuff, like, follow, subscribe, and definitely share. I'm pretty sure the info's down there somewhere. We out.
I'm upset.
You're upset.
Oh, that's a Drake reference. No. Not upset. Pissed off.